How's your energy, Southern Arizona? It's now time for the highly acclaimed, much anticipated Friday Football Fever. Yes, back on a Friday. Remember, we had a Thursday night version last week with Yom Kippur beginning, and now back at it. Good evening to you. I'm Paul Cicala. We will check in with Ari Alexander in just a bit. Let's get right into it, my friends. And we begin with Sabino at 5-1, taking on unbeaten Push Ridge. Get this. Teams had a combined record of 11-1 coming in the first quarter. Push Ridge's very own Mitchell Moss breaking off a nice run, son. The boys from Oro Valley are doing it up, and Push Ridge was only getting warmed up when, boom, that's a touchdown by Christian Fetzis. Push Ridge jumps out to an early lead, but back comes Sabino High School with a beautiful balancing act by Bennett Nottingham. How you do? After that, check out the catch that's coming right up by Sabino's very own Luke Moran. It will be finally taken down by Gavin Davis. Still, in the end, Push Ridge stays unbeaten with a 44-7 victory. Meanwhile, Marana was represented strong on the west side of Tucson with the Tigers taking on Choya, already up 14-0, and Trenton Bourget is showing his need for speed. You know he can pass, but Trenton Bourget can also run. That sets up a touchdown from Rene Valenzuela, and he will go into the end zone untouched. It is now 20-0 Tigers, and Marana will then go for two. What do? You get the ball to Zach Robertson. That'll make it 22-0 Marana in the first quarter. After that, Choya trying to get something going. Jordan Porter gives the ball up to QB, but then he'll come around on a fake, and he's wide open. Sadly, it was this kind of night for Choya. Incomplete pass just off the mark. Looks like Porter may have been a bit banged up. He limped back after the play. Marana wins 52-6. Moving on from the west side to the extreme northwest side, New Ridge was hosting an upbeat team from Cochise County. Let's send things over to Ari Alexander.
Hey, Paul, this could very well have been the game of the week, but with Buena High School starting off 4-2 this season, Ironwood Ridge coming into the game a similar record. The difference, I Ridge on a 2-game losing streak heading in, but they are at home up there in Oro Valley. First quarter up 7-0 on the Nighthawks, and Noah Payanis faked me out, and the defense will score to make it 14-0. But Buena will get a long kick return, and the Colts are driving. They run the option. Giovanni Bourbon, the pitch to Caleb Bryant. Touchdown Colts, 14-6. No two-point conversion. Buena driving again, and this time Bourbon is picked off by Kyle Nikolai. The diving interception. Ensuing drive, I Ridge handing it off to Nick Brailer. Not only is he going to break a bit of a run, he is going to drag 1, 2, 3 defenders to take him down. Eventually, 4 guys get in there, and then Noah Payanis one more time takes the sweep in for the score. Nighthawks dominate at home 50-15. Let's go to Amphi. 2 winless teams trying to get into the win column, and the Panthers up 16-0 in the third. 4th and 2. They hand it off to Malik Hughes, and he cuts it upfield all the way down inside the 20, and Amphi is in business after the long run, but very next play, fumble by Amphi. Douglas is going to recover. So then a couple plays later, Trey Rose zips it to Manny Mejia, and very quickly stripped of the ball by Kevin Silva. Let's take a look at this one more time. Catch in the strip. Amphi's Josh Martinez would take the pitch and get in the end zone. 24-0 at that point, but Douglas would get on the board. Amphi goes on to win 24-13.
Hey, thanks, Ari. Moving on, Tucson High School is probably the best 2-4 team around. The Badgers' schedule has been tough, and Tucson High has hung strong with most teams. Meanwhile, coming in Sunnyside at just 1 victory in 6 games and desperately in need of a W. Let's head on out to Sunnyside Field with the Badgers coming right at you. And they keep the march going from the onset. Jesus Montaño will pitch the ball to Kashan Valencia Crump, who slashes his way to a first down. And a little bit later, Daniel Salomon will also break off a nice little run. This would set up a 42-yard field goal attempt by Tucson High's Mark Vargas, and that is BEA. Beautiful. Tucson High jumps out to 3-0 lead. After that, Sunnyside would flex its muscles on the offensive end. Off of the play-action fake, and Joe Fuentes is going to air it out to Jose Silva for the long bomb. It is on. First down, Sunnyside. Last check, Tucson High was leading 31-24.
There's no lack of energy from the South Point student section. Second quarter, South Point up 28-7. The handoff to Bijan Robinson. One stiff arm, and then watch this. Little move, and then another stiff arm. Breaking tackles all the way. 33-yard touchdown run. Lancers up 35-7. Ensuing kickoff, Walden Grove returning it just past the 20, and then Walden Grove showing off a little bit of the air attack here. Completion goes to Jaquez Rice, but check out Chris Aguirre throwing down the little New Day WWE move. South Point wins 55-7.
Hey, thanks a lot, Ari. What a showdown between teams coming in with a combined record of 10-2. All right, we're far from over with Tucson's #1 squad. Cienega put its unbeaten record on the line against Saguaro.
Plus, we'll have our play of the week. Look out for that. And CDO travels to the south side to take on Pueblo High School, while Empire and Catalina duke it out in a showdown between surprisingly good teams. We'll be right back.
It's on. Friday Football Fever. Brought to you by Arizona Health Exercise Equipment.
Welcome back to the Friday Football Fever. How's your energy, my high school football fans? I'm Paul Cicala, Ari Alexander, standing by. But first, quick reminder, you can see all the scores for all the big games on our ticker right below. All right, we'll have full rundowns at KVOA.com as well. But for now, let's get right back into it, shall we? Saguaro cheerleaders were showing off their skills, hosting Cienega, and early on, Kobe Bell is about to throw it up, and Thomas Webb Jr. comes down with the interception for Cienega. Congresswoman Martha McSally on the sidelines enjoying the game, and later, Jamari Joyner will hand it off to Thomas Webb Jr., and after everything is said and done, that, folks, will end up being a touchdown. It's 14-0 Cienega. Now, more from the human highlight reel. We're talking Jamari Joyner is about to hit one of his favorite targets, Terrell Hayward, and there it is. That'll make it 21-0 Cienega on a roll. The boys from Vail appear to stay unbeaten as they led 49-28 last check. All right, from the far east, let's take things back to the south side. Ari Alexander joins us with more.
Pueblo hoping to defend its turf against Canyon del Oro, and Pueblo cut a 2-game losing streak last week with an in-region win over Rio Rico. 4-2, they got a shot for the playoffs. CDO coming in at 3-3, but they've lost 3 of their past 4, but it's a very tough competition. They are now on the road at Lou Farber Field for the Dorados Warriors matchup. Pueblo at home, hosting Dorados, getting hype. First quarter, Ruben Rivera is going to run around the end for the touchdown. No extra points, 6-0 Pueblo, but here is CDO's star running back Elijah Carey, the little brother of Kadeem, and he is going to pound his way inside of the 30-yard line with this strong run. Then it's CDO quarterback Zachary Eidenschink, who is going to throw it up to Jose Cruz, who's going to fight the ball out of the defender's hands for the touchdown. 7-6 CDO at that point, but Pueblo goes on to win 22-17.
Hey, on to Catalina we go with the Trojan cheerleaders, hoping to see another victory for the home team. And early on, check out Malik Martin throwing it up to Felipe Quijana. Pass interference called on Trey Hernandez. So that sets up a pitch to Alexander Payne, and this, folks, ends up being a touchdown. It's 14-13. Catalina leads, and for the Trojans, Clemente Quintero kicks off. Elijah Harris will struggle to handle the ball, but that's okay because you say, use the force, Luke. Harris will end up being stopped just short of the goal line. After that, Alex Verdugo is about to pitch the ball to Jalen Smith. That's a touchdown. Empire strikes back. With a 19-14 lead, the boys from Vail pull away for the 41-14 victory.
And now let's get to the Friday Football Fever play of the week. We're going to go to South Point for this one and check out Bijan Robinson breaking tackles and just straight up stiff-arming guys. Look at that on his way to a 33-yard touchdown for South Point.
Hey, with that, South Point moves to 6-1 on the season and bounces back from its loss to Cienega last week. And sadly now, it's that time of the night we look forward to very little. Good night. Bye-bye. Time to go, Ari.
That's right, Paul. For as you missed any of our show, you can see it over and over and over again. All you got to do, go to KVOA.com.
Ari Alexander, I'm Paul Cicala. Have an awesome weekend, my friends.
Good night.